Hey everyone, Daddy here with another review video. Got a couple books we're going to go over today. One being Elseworlds Batman Volume 1. It's the completed works, and there's 3 volumes of this. That Part 2 we just went up for FOC, and Part 3 is coming up pretty soon. So we're going to take a look at that. And then we're also going to look at the Muppet Babies Omni. This one's a couple years old already. Few years old actually, I believe 2017. So this one's a hard one to find, so I was able to find it and got it as a birthday present. So shout out to Tyler for getting me that. Been looking forward to this for a while, but we'll jump into that later. First is Batman one. Elseworlds was a title that DC did, or kind of did like different stories. It was almost like multiverse stories. I guess that would be the original multiverse Elseworlds stuff. They're recently just bringing it back too with new stories in that too, so I guess that's probably why they brought this out. This here is in Elseworlds, heroes are taken from their usual settings and put into strange times and places, some that have existed or might have existed, and others that can't, couldn't, or shouldn't exist. The result, stories that make characters who are familiar as yesterday seem as fresh as tomorrow. Featuring Batman as a holy priest, Harry Houdini alongside the Dark Knight, Dr. Wayne renaming a Frankenstein like Batman, Batman as a Green Lantern, a supernatural Batman fighting the evil wizard known as the Dark Joker. That one kind of gave me Dark Tower vibes to it. A future Robin fighting off an alien invasion and other tales. Batman Elseworlds tales collected here include Batman the Holy Terror, Batman the Blue, the Gray, and the Bat, Robin 3001 and 2, Batman Dark Joker the Wild, Batman Houdini the Devil's Workshop, Batman Castle of the Bat, and Batman in Darkness Night, and Batman Dark Allegiance. So this is another one of those soft cover ones from DC they've been putting out lately, which I've been enjoying because they're a little bit more affordable. So, all right. Lots of different artists and writers on this book here. So some of these I had seen covers of and that over the years, because a lot of this stuff is pretty older than that. But I have never read, so that was pretty cool. Interested to read it, so this one was great. This is Batman kind of as a holy priest type of thing. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed the artwork on that one. Pardon me. Yeah, I really enjoyed the artwork on that. Then we got Batman here, blue, gray, and the bat. This one has more of a kind of like Wild Wild West feel to it. That's kind of cool. That's Robin. Again, great artwork here. I like the way that they made the Batman look here. I like this logo a lot better than that new Batman Absolute that they're bashing on right now, but that's a kind of cool one. You could see Batman fitting into the West there, you know, bats and that being out in the West in more of a simpler time. So that was a good one there. I enjoyed that. Then you got into this kind of space age futuristic one, Robin 3000. This one I didn't care for as much. It was still okay in that, but I thought it was a little bit kind of long, just for my sake. And the artwork wasn't as great as the other 2 previous story arcs. But still pretty cool. I do like some of the coloring in this one. This is a story of Robin in the future with Batman. He's kind of more of like a disciple of Batman. So that one's okay. That one's actually pretty long. A lot, like I said, it kind of draws on a little bit. Then we have this one, Batman, Joker, the Wild. This one was kind of cool. I thought, like I said, it does have kind of that Dark Tower feel, where he's this ultra magician that lives in this tower and kind of controls everybody. So that one is kind of neat too. Kind of has, like I said, more of that supernatural feel to it. This to me is blatantly, it looks like Castle Grayskull. So that was a neat one. Again, pretty good artwork there. You can see Batman here. He's kind of like an actual, like a man bat type monster. A beast, as you put it. So that one's good. And then some of these are a lot longer than I expected them to be, so that was a little bit good to see, because sometimes these one shots are just kind of done so fast you don't even remember them afterwards. Batman Houdini. Again, this one's kind of neat. Really enjoyed the artwork in that. I'm always a sucker for painted or watercolored stuff, so Batman in a Houdini time. That's pretty cool. Very similar to a Batman Sherlock Holmes story that I believe is coming up in one of the other volumes. Batman Castle of the Bat. This is the one where Dr. Bruce Wayne makes a Frankenstein type of monster. It's like a man bat. Again, painted type artwork. So again, I was quite a sucker for that type of stuff. So if anyone is a fan of different versions of Batman, this is right up your alley. This is Batman Darkest Night. This one I enjoyed as well too. This is Batman as a Green Lantern, which is pretty cool. Some of the stuff is kind of cliche that you would think what would happen, kind of like what if stories. And other stuff is not. So that's what's kind of cool about these Elseworlds stories, because they don't really have any kind of long-term ramifications. Although sometimes in the Elseworlds stuff that it did spin out to become future more stories from it, kind of expanding universe. That's a neat one there. All right, that's enough of that one. So that is the Batman Elseworlds Volume 1. And like I said, I believe Volume 2 was just on the FOC last week, and Volume 3 quickly after in the new year. On to our other book we're going to cover today. We got a little bit of a smaller size Omni here. This is Muppet Babies. This was a Marvel imprint from the Star Universe in the 80s when the Muppet Babies cartoon was on, which was an awesome cartoon. We'll probably never see those Muppet Baby cartoons just because of all the licensing that's involved with it. They would take clips from movies and rock videos and stuff and put it in the cartoon. So that's probably why we don't even see it on Disney Plus. But this is awesome here. It has issues 1 through 26 of the series, so it's pretty much the whole series. And the magazine is in here from the Muppets Take Manhattan. That was a magazine size adaptation of the movie where the Muppet Babies first appeared in a flashback. So they have that at the end there. It's basically only just a couple panels. I'm surprised that even back then they would even call that an appearance, first appearance, and not just a cameo. But either way, I do actually have that issue because I am, like I said, a Muppet Babies fan. I know it's kind of silly to say, but it's really funny. There's so many puns and stuff in here. And I was a kid back then, so all the the parody stuff that they did with movies and TV shows and pop culture, and that just really resonated. So great artwork throughout the whole book here, pretty consistent, very iconic. If anyone's not aware who they are, the Muppet Babies are just infant versions of the Muppets themselves. So. I love this cover. I try to buy this book every time I see it, just because I'd love to get a high grade on it, but it's hard without a black cover. But iconic. I saw this all the time as a kid, and none of these are adapted right from the TV show, but there are some here that kind of have some plots that were in the TV show. So who the Muppet Babies are Baby Kermit, Baby Piggy. You have Skeeter and Scooter. Scooter was a new character introduced in the cartoon there. It's the twin brother or twin sister of Skeeter. And then you got Ralph the dog, Animal and Fozzie. Nanny is their kind of guardian that takes care of them. She kind of has like a Peanuts character parenting where you never see her face in that. You always just see her stockings. So like I said, in here they always did lots of parodies and their spoofs. So this is of Star Wars and that. Some of the issues here would have guest stars in here, like Bunsen and Beaker in here and that. This is what they were best known for in the 80s. Cartoons and comics always did like their versions of famous things. So they're like the Muppet Babies version of Jack and the Beanstalk. That's always fun. This would be great for anybody, kids, adults, people who were fans of the show back then, or maybe just trying to, like some fun cartoon stuff. Like I said, the puns and the jokes in here are plentiful, and they make you groan but make you laugh at the same time. I'm always a big fan of puns, and this book is full of them. Great artwork throughout. Like I said, unfortunately, we'll never get to see the cartoons because of the licensing problems and stuff and that. But this is a great substitute for it. So many different scenarios here where anything they can think of basically becomes an issue there. So sometimes there are dinosaurs. There's Bunsen and Beaker there. They made a time machine in that one. This one here, they're in a fairy tale land. Pretty fun stuff. And again, too, for a pretty good size here, it does collect, like I said, 26 issues plus the magazine size of it. So, pretty good deal if you can find it. So you can see there's Nanny, and you never see her head in that, just her voice always. There they go. They wash down the drain. Lots of clean, simple fun. They say this is part of the Marvel imprint line. The Star Comics, which had things where your Thundercats, that's where your Spider-Ham was. Your He-Man was there. Strawberry Shortcake, Planetary, all those fun ones. Heathcliff, Top Dog. Alright, Muppet Babies, the Omni, collects all of them there. Got a great pack there as well too. Definitely recommend that if you have youngins around or just a nostalgic fan of the old series. And Volume 1 of Elseworlds Batman collects a bunch of the kind of what if Batman multiverse type of stories. More volumes of that to come soon. Alright guys, thanks. We will see you later for some more. Please support.